Hey guys, welcome to Get United. Welcome to another video. And I want to give my opinion for the remainder of the season. My thoughts on Barcelona as a collective. And what I think is going to happen until the end of the season. And what I want us to win, or in this case, to not win this season. And I know that this is going to be very controversial to everyone out there, and please hear me out. You guys can make your own opinions, and I promise that I am Barcelona through and through, but there's just some situations, and I've been able to see it throughout time as I've been watching football, learning about things that happen behind the scenes. And with all certainty I can say that for the 2019-2020 season, I don't want Barcelona to win a single title this season. And if possible, I want the team to get knocked out badly in the Champions League once again. I don't care to who, preferably make it against one of Manchester City or Real Madrid, so it hurts even more. And why do I say that? How can I be a Barcelona fan and be saying things like I want my team to lose, and especially to get beaten badly in Europe's biggest competition? And that is very simple. It's very simple because I want things to change. And the problem is that things will not change if we win titles at this moment, at this particular moment in time. Because winning trophies at this moment in time is protecting Bartomeu. It's protecting this way of thinking. If we win today, if we win this season, we're gonna be probably losing for the next couple years. And I don't want it to happen. I want to win in the long term. I want us to be successful long term. And you might be asking, why is it not possible for us to win now and in the long term? Well, it's very simple actually. It's very simple because Barcelona right now have the capacity of even winning the double. They can win the league and the Champions League. In the terms of players that they have, in terms of the capacity that the players individually and as a team can do, they could possibly win the Champions League, and they have a strong possibility of winning La Liga. The problem is that we're gonna do it every year. It's gonna be worse. We're going to be reaching even less points and less points and less points during the league season. And in Champions League, we're going to be less and less competitive. And it's going to go to the point where we are going to be not competitive. We're not going to be able to compete with Europe's biggest teams. And we're going to have a squad that it's going to be on an average age very high. We're going to have a really old squad, a really old starting 11. And then we're going to have no money because we're playing these humongous wages. We are probably signing superstars because, not for a reason, not because we need them, but because, you know, there are things that sell shirts, that sell hope. But selling hope is really easy. Actually creating hope, creating success is really hard. Selling hope is really easy. Yes, hope you can sell it with like a player and a shirt. But if you don't win that season, if you're not successful, the player, it's not going to help. Having a team of a bunch of superstars is not going to help. And I think long term that's what's going to happen. I think this season Barcelona are not going to win the Champions League. Just because I think that there is other teams that are far more competitive than us. But saying that, every team right now, I want to say except Lyon in the Champions League, but let's include all of them. All 16 teams right now in this competition have the chance of winning the Champions League. To a bigger or less degree, they all have a chance of doing so. So Barca does have a chance of winning the Champions League, but they're not the favorites or they're the most competitive team to be able to do so. It'll probably be someone like Juventus if they get competitively better, Liverpool, Manchester City, Real Madrid, maybe Bayern Munich, like they're looking strong for it. Things like that. In La Liga, I think Barcelona have a strong chance. I think it's going to be on who's worst until the end of the season. I think honestly it's going to be that way. It's not who's going to be better, it's going to be who's worst. I think if the league goes to over 85 points, I think if Madrid doesn't do 85 points, Barcelona wins the league. I think if Madrid does over 85 points, Barcelona does not win the league. Barcelona, there's no way they're gonna break over 85 points this season. That's almost a certainty. So I think that it's gonna go probably down to the last 2 match days, probably 1 or 2 match days, to see who wins La Liga. But it's not me. Even if we could win the treble, even if we were in possession to win the treble, I would say I don't want to win the treble. I would give up a treble to make changes now, to have elections in the summer, to bring Laporta, Victor Font, both. I don't know, like someone that knows how the club needs to be positioned, how it needs to work, how we used to do things. Bring in the right manager. Maybe Setien is the right manager. Maybe Xavi. Maybe Guardiola. Ten Hag. Like, build a project. Be patient. Bring the players that you need. Not that they're gonna sell hope. Not that it doesn't matter if they're superstars or not. But bring what you need. Sell the players that you do not need, even if they're favorites at the Camp Nou. Those are the kind of things that we used to do, and now we don't do. And before we used to win, and now we don't. The biggest difference between Pep Guardiola's Barcelona and the Barca that we've seen today is not that we had Messi, Xavi, Iniesta in their prime. It's not that we had Dani Alves, Puyol, Victor Valdés, that we had Guardiola. That's not it. It is that we had a project, that we all knew how things were going on, that the players were hungry for titles. And I don't mean that these players don't want to win. I'm not saying that these players are not committed, but they're definitely not as hungry as they could be for titles, because they've won it all. At a club level, they've won it all, and they've won it multiple times. Piqué, Messi, Busquets, Jordi Alba, Luis Suarez, like all of them, they've won a plethora of trophies already. So it's understandable. I'm not here gonna criminalize them for not being as hungry as when they were 21 years old, now that they're over 30. But because they're not as hungry, we have to understand that things need to change, and Barca needs hunger, needs commitment. These players are here at Barcelona because they're used to the city, because they're used to the club, because they're very comfortable here. But we cannot keep these players here forever. We need things to change. If we have the option of signing Werner or signing Holland for cheap, you need to sign them because you need them. If you have the option of signing De Ligt, you need to sign De Ligt because he's the best option for center back Barcelona to have for the next 10 years. If Guardiola was at your club, you make sure that Guardiola, with what he's done at Barcelona, that he remains at Barcelona until whatever year he wants. You give him the rights to do whatever the hell he wants within reason. And that's things that we're not doing now, that we used to do before. And now we're paying the consequences. And I'm gonna really quickly tell you when I really started watching football. I was kind of following Barcelona since 2006, and more especially Lionel Messi 2006, since the World Cup. I hear a little bit about him. I used to play football in the playground but really my interest in football kicked on the World Cup 2014. Since 2014, I've been following Barcelona in depth. I've been learning about football every day, more and more. And my first season of actually following Barcelona pretty much every game was the 2014-15 season after that World Cup. So you can see my hope and you can see my happiness when I see Barcelona become this beating machine with the Messi, Suarez, Neymar. Before I used to think on that we won because of Messi, Suarez, Neymar, because we had Ter Stegen, because we had Piqué, we had like Iniesta, we had Rakitic, Busquets. Like we had an unbeatable team, and yes, the team was fantastic. But now that I'm looking back at it, I wish Barca never won that treble, because not that I wished Barcelona didn't win that treble, but now we see how much has cost us winning that treble. That treble did so much bad for Barcelona that I think we could have won more without winning that treble. Because the problem was that we did a legendary season with upcoming elections, and of course you do a legendary season. If you win a treble that season, who was gonna vote out Bartomeu? No one was gonna vote out Bartomeu. Like in the December period in 2014, Barcelona weren't doing that well, and people wanted Bartomeu out. All of a sudden, we win a treble and things start working, and Bartomeu gets re-elected for the next 6 years. And the rest is history. We could have done things differently. Maybe we didn't win that treble, but in the following years, keeping the team as it needs to be, bringing in someone that's gonna probably respect the way that you do things, bringing in the right manager, bringing in the right players, not going overboard, having patience. Maybe we could have won more. Maybe we win that La Liga that we lost against Real Madrid in 2017. Maybe we win the Champions League in 2016. Maybe we win those 2018 and 2019 Champions Leagues that we lost against Roma and Liverpool. Maybe this season we will be on course for a treble, seeing how easy the league has become this season, because it's an easy league. Any league that's under 80, that's going under 85 points, it's really easy, because a competent Barcelona reaches 90 points most of the time. So a season that should be really comfortable has become a nightmare for Barcelona to compete in, because we have lost the way of doing things. And that is my take on the situation. It's not that I don't want Barcelona to win because I'm not with the club. It's because I am with the club. I'm recognizing that I'd rather lose today to have the opportunity of winning tomorrow. Not to guarantee winning tomorrow, because nothing can guarantee victory, but I can guarantee that things are gonna be done better, and we're gonna have better chance. We're gonna increase the percentage to win in the following seasons. That's my take on the subject. Leave me your opinions. I definitely would like to see them out. I'll read some comments within the next couple of days. Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe. I don't know. See you next one, Blaugranas.